Hey guys, we're going to be doing a budget run of the Lightning Tyrant with only 4-star and below units, and we're going to be showing an alternate method to do the final boss that does not need to seal elements. We're only using 4-star and below equipment, but we are using some event gear. So we're going to have Sylvie with passive provoke evasion. Again, this is using event gear, although it's no 5-star TMRs. So hopefully you've got this event gear. We are doing full status immunity as well. Lena is going to be our healer. You can use any healer you want. Obviously, the 5-star TMR is from the own unit, so Lena is using her own TMR, like Tranquil Healing, but the rest of the gear is just low-end free stuff, some fire and dark resist. We're going to be doing Nicole, who is going to be our mitigation buffer. He's got Crazy Day for the Imperil, because we don't have a good way to Imperil with this team. We've got Bosch for dealing damage. We've got Bosch for magical tanking, not dealing damage. He's geared for status immunity, holy and dark resist, and lightning resist. He's also got a holy weapon. That's going to help seal on the second boss. Olive is going to be our DPS. She's got cheap gear, a non-elemental weapon. She'll be doing imbues, some fire and dark resist. And the friend we're taking is technically my own unit, but you would bring a friend. The friend can obviously have as good a gear as you want. My Zon is 300% Demon Killer, 3000 attack, 3100 actually. Full evasion, full status immunity. So you want to take the best friend you can. Zon works. You can take an Agent Olive friend. An Agent Olive friend would be better, but it's hard to find Agent Olive friends. And you can use any DPS you want. Any DPS you want. You can use Carton. You can use Lucius. King Rain. Actually, King Rain's not a good choice because he does his limit burst. But basically, any DPS you want is totally fine. Because I can't find a good friend, I'm having to build my own double DPS, and this is my best double DPS combo. So for this boss, turn 1, we're going to break with Bosch. Olive is going to imbue fire, and then bio and obliterate. That gives herself an attack buff, a mod boost, and triple cast, and fire imbue. Nicole is going to do heroic and barrier stance. Sylvie, who is also provoking passively, is going to do physical mitt and resistance. And Lena is going to do some next turn healing with Teludric and Healing Waters. And now Zon is going to Reflector, and we're going to copy all the buffs from Olive with critical, survival, and elemental mirror. Now that means we're going to be copying Olive's 250% attack buff, her fire imbue, and then technically all the rest of the buffs she had, Zon already had because they were party buffs. But the only thing we copied directly was the imbue and the fire buff. So now Sylvie is going to... Sylvie really doesn't have a lot to do in this first fight, so she's mostly just going to literally just repeat. Bosch will put up magical cover now. Now the boss is still not imperiled, so we're going to rapid blast. Imperil with Immolation and then double bolting. Now this won't perfect chain because we're not using duplicates. We're just going to triple bolting, and it's going to break the chain, and then it'll start chaining the second 2 cast. So it's fine. The good damage will come next turn. Alright, so we're going to do, let's see, Link stance. We're going to do a dark resist buff with Nicole, and a soulful stance for the regen. And Lena's going to go ahead and do a better fire resist buff and a next turn heal. Now this boss starting on turn 3, I'll explain it when we get to turn 3. But basically turn 3, depending on randomness, the boss can start basically just destroying your team if your luck is bad. But we'll explain that more in a second. Alright, now Olive is going to triple bolting. This is going to proper chain because we're triple bolting with Zon as well. Now this should do good damage. This should do about 30-40% damage. Okay, 30%, a little bit less. It's fine. Alright, Bosch is going to... we're going to refresh the attack and magic break, because it's possible this next turn is going to be a recovery turn, where we just recover from disaster. So we're going to put up a defense and spirit buff. We're going to refresh physical mitigation. Nicole is going to put up his good mitigation now, and we're going to refresh that dark resist buff. And Len is going to put out some re-raises, because again, this next turn might be a disaster. It's just up to randomness. We're going to re-raise Olive herself and Nicole. people that are evading are safe, and the tank is safe. Now, the boss might buff Killing Stance on this turn in the middle of his turn. If he does that, he's going to start doing stupidly high damage. It's random when he does it. He did Undying Force. Oh, there's Killing Stance. Okay, is he going to do more AoEs? That's a dark AoE. We're immune to that. Okay, that was just lucky. He didn't do any physical AoEs after casting Killing Stance. Yeah, that was just pure luck. Okay, so he's got all these buffs and resist buffs. So we need to go ahead and get rid of all that. So Lena is going to dispel. We don't actually need a Curasia, so we're going to re-raise on Bosch and on Sylvie. Alright, so we dispelled the boss. Because we dispelled him, we need to re-break. This time Sylvie will do the re-break. We'll hop into battle and rescue on my Olive, because she's weaker geared. And we're going to Crazy Day with Nicole. That's going to put up a weak in peril, but it's, you know, the best you can do with this team. Big shout out to Misspell from the wiki ratings. I'm actually using Crazy Day in a trial, even though I said that never happens. I'm doing it. Alright, let's go ahead and chain. Okay, so we'll possibly kill him next turn. Let's go ahead and refresh our magic cover while we've got a free turn. Now, once again, in the middle of this guy's turn, he might decide to do Killing Stance and then just wreck us. So please don't Killing Stance in the middle of your turn. It's random. It really is. He might do it, he might not. Looks like he's not going to do it. We got lucky that turn. Okay, we're probably going to win this turn. Probably. Oh, I didn't refresh double cast last turn. No. So I can't double cast here. Okay, so we're just going to... Oof. I didn't double cast last turn. Okay, in that case, we're going to double up. We're going to... I messed that up big time. I didn't refresh double cast. Okay, so we're going to Oblit, and we're going to do a Demon Killer buff. Wait, was that... Yeah, Demon Killer buff. Yeah, that was just my mistake for not refreshing that. Alright, Impregnable, and let's do a Dark Resist, but we're going to put all the buffs back up. Sylvie is going to put up Physical Mitigation. We don't need that. We don't need that, come on. Actually, we're going to do Physical Mitigation. Yeah, we are going to do that. And an Element buff. Lena is going to do a heal and a next turn heal. Bosch will just refresh his cover. Alright, and Zahn will Reflector, will Critical Mirror on Olive, will Elemental Mirror on Olive, and will Projected Mirror. That reapplies the Imbue back to Olive, so she doesn't have to refresh it next turn. Alright, so once again, the boss may choose to RNG, just blow up the team with the Killing Stance. I kind of wish he would do it so I can show how to recover from it, but he's not cooperating, or technically he is cooperating by not being mean. Anyway, we're gonna bolt him. We're not gonna refresh Bioweapon because that would just cost the turn basically. Is the boss imperiled still? He is imperiled. Everything with Crazy Day, so we'll go ahead and do our chain. Okay, we're gonna win next turn. I think the re-raises have worn off at this point, so we're going to re-raise the three squishies, which is Lena, Olive, and Nicole. Stop that. Nicole, Unstoppable is not ready. The other one is not ready, so we'll just refresh Dark and Mitt. Sylvie will... We're going to go ahead and cast Ruby Light here to get that mission out the way while it's available. And we'll... refresh the attack and magic breaks with Bosch. Alright, so once again, if the boss decides to do Killing Stance and then attack us, he's going to get real mad. He's playing real nice. Oh, there it is, Killing Stance. And that's evaded. Evaded. Killing Stance again. That's another evaded attack. He didn't do any AoEs after Killing Stance. Okay, that's not always going to happen. We gotta dispel the boss again. All right, so we gotta dispel those buffs. We'll heal the team and just whatever, heal the team. We're gonna win this turn. All right, Bosch will break the boss. Nicole will crazy day the boss, and we'll just chain. All right, so first boss down. We'll just guard. We're gonna lose all our mana. All right, so the first boss, it was a little dicey with this team because this team can't reapply Imperil. If you've got units like Aurora Freavia or something that can just reapply that Imperil and keep DPSing, I mean, you're golden. But we're using a non-optimal setup for this, which is, I mean, it's fine. It's working. It's just a little bit slow. All right, so we're gonna let me help to Lena and to Nicole to refill mana here. Lena is going to buff for next turn healing stuffs. Nicole is going to give us good mitigation and another mana refill. Come on, refill mana. There it is. Alright, Bosch is now going to break the boss. Now, because we need to seal the boss, we're going to have to double imbue elements with fire and dark. And we're going to have to use double up and use Elemental Mirror to copy that, and then do an attack to seal the boss. So Zahn copied the Dark and Fire Imbue, and then hit the boss with an attack that sealed him. Yeah, this team is a little tricky to recover from the ambush, because we're not using Folka. And Folka is pretty much the best option to recover from that mana drain ambush. But it's okay, we can do it. Now we're not covering yet. We didn't do very many buffs yet, because we didn't have the mana to do all that. But it's fine. Alright, now we're going to refill mana on the 2 DPS. Alright, Nicole is going to Dark Resist, and, where is it? Heroic Stance for the attack buff. Alright, we're going to, we did the Imbue last turn. Now we need to bio and Oblit. That unlocks triple cast. Zahn is going to, again, this time we're going to do Critical Mirror to copy the attack buff, and then just hit the boss to seal him. Bosch will finally cover magic, and Lena can just do next turn. Actually, no, we need to do Fire Resist. Lena will do a Fire Resist buff and a next turn heal. Alright, we're going to push that threshold this coming up turn. Alright, we're only going to Crazy Day, which means we've only got a 35% in peril. So it's possible we don't even push the threshold now that I'm thinking about it, because this is a really weak Imperil, and the boss has 100% to all resistances. But we're going to see if we can do 20% even with just Crazy Day. Oh. Easy. Easy. Alright. Let's go ahead and refresh the attack and magic break just to make sure it's always up. We're going to keep refilling mana with Sylvie. Olive needs some, and Bosch could use a little bit of mana. And we're going to, next turn, heal and stuff with Lena. Alright, so we push the threshold. We're going to have to dispel the boss next turn and re-break him, which should be totally fine. If the boss does not put up physical mitigation, then we can probably win in 2 turns. If he does put up physical mitigation, it's going to be harder. It's, once again, this just total randomness what he does. He might not. He put up magical mitigation, which is fine. Undying Force, I would much rather see the other one, but that's fine too. Mystic Barricade, that's okay. Yeah, okay, so we're good. We're good. We can push the threshold here. Alright, so Lena is going to have to dispel the boss. And let's re-raise herself and Olive. They're the most likely to die. Sylvie will break the boss with Hop to the Rescue and hop into battle. We're gonna pop that Crazy Day again. Actually, yeah, we're gonna pop Crazy Day. We don't have mitigation this turn, which I'm realizing. Whoops, big whoops. It might be fine. It might not be. Let's find out. Yeah, we're doing this with no mitigation whatsoever. Big uh-oh. How's your cover looking, Bosch? One turn. I want to go ahead and put up... Well... I think I probably want to guard Bosch this turn if we don't have mitigation, but whatever. The boss is broken, so we're okay. As long as he doesn't do like killing stance in the middle of his attacks, we're fine. If he does, then uh-oh. There goes the mana. Oh, he did. Yeah, we have no mitigation. Ouch, big ouch. That was sloppy on my part, not doing mitigation. Yeah, whoops. So Olive died and lost her imbue, but we still got the imbue on Zon. So we can kill the boss with just Zon. Olive will just chain non-elemental. It's whatever. Alright, so let's triple the fun. No, triple the fun might not be happening. Huh. No, I think... Well, let's triple the fun. To Olive, to Zon, and to Lena. Alright, we need disease immunity, because some people died. What does disease immunity? Disease. Okay, disease immunity and an MP fill. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, Olive will just triple non-elemental and Zon will triple chain. This should kill him. Yeah, it did easily. Alright, we're just going to refill mana with... refill mana and... I can't Soulful. Oof. And gradually restore hit point. We'll refill mana and do Fortune for the healing. And Bosch will do a healing for the team as well. That's fine. There we go. Alright, so we're going into the fight, not disease. We summoned Carbuncle already. Now we're going to show the way to do this fight without elemental sealing. Okay, so you'll notice the 2 DPS are using non-elemental weapons. The whole team does not have counterattacks, except for Zon, but because he's using a non-elemental weapon, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so... First thing we're going to do is have Olive... We're going to Mirror of Equity, and we're going to kill off Zon. Goodbye, Zon. Bosch is going to cover magic. Lena is going to triple cast. Let's see here. Triple white. Re-raise on Bosch, herself, and Nicole. Sylvie is going to dual cast Spring Cleaning and an attack and magic break for everyone. And Nicole is going to give us mitigation and mana restore. Okay, we're not sealing the elements, we're not doing anything, we're just letting them do their thing. We're covering magic. Now, Bosch is going to get destroyed at the end of the turn, as you see, but he's going to re-raise. The Sylvie is avoiding all that. Now the boss is going to dispel us, and there we go. That's all that happened. Now, Olive will go ahead and... not finger snap. Olive will mirror up equity herself. Now, this is not required to kill off the DPS. They're just worthless, so they literally just slow this down. Now we're going to repeat. We'll do mitigation and mana regen. We'll just repeat withering and spring. We'll cover. And we'll re-raise the 3 importance. Okay. There we go. Not a problem. Dispel all our buffs. Come right back. Repeat. And we're going to do this for 9 turns. On turn 9, we're going to win. We did all the missions already. There goes Bosch. He comes right back. So the catch is, just to explain this, we're getting dispelled every single turn. At the end of the turn. Because we're not sealing and we're surviving for 9 turns, the boss basically gives up after so long. It's kind of funny. There's 2 big, huge AoEs each turn that Bosch is covering and re-raising. The rest of the damage is really negligible. We've got Nicole's mitigation. The boss keeps dispelling. And that's basically it. As long as you're not countering and sealing those elements, they stay red. Now, if you ever counter with, like, let's say, Ring of the Lucii, and it hits a holy weakness, and it seals one, that messes this whole strategy up. That's why you don't want DPS that are going to counter with an element. If you counter with non-elemental, it doesn't matter. You saw that boss, Insignificant Mortals. That was the, that was like the warning, like the boss is getting tired of this, and he can't win. He's gonna give up soon. He said Insignificant Mortals means you're at the halfway point. And, you know, he can't kill you, so he's like, eventually like, you know, if I can't kill you, forget it. I'm done. I give up. And he dies on turn 9. It's kind of silly. It really is kind of silly the way it works that way, but it does. It does. And he can't kill us. You know, we're not sealing. We're just hitting repeat every turn. Super easy. You know, Bosch covers. You can do this with any cover tank you want. I recommend Bosch because he's not going to counter and just draw this out. You know, if we brought Charlotte, we'd be here for 45 minutes. Actually, because he's dying, I don't think even Charlotte would counter. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, but you do need someone to break the bosses every turn to lower that damage. That's why Sylvie's nice. Sylvie's AoE breaks are only 45%, which seems like not enough, but it's working. Also, that Berserk that we get, here we go at the top, so you are not worthy, that's the second chance, the second warning, you are not worthy. But because Sylvie's getting Berserked every turn, because we're not sealing, because the boss is dispelling us as well, it's actually removing that Berserk, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we should win at the end of this turn. Or maybe next turn. There it is, Merciless Death. Boss is like, that's it. I can't kill you. Peace out. I'm done. So there it is. We win. Turn 10. We didn't seal anything. We didn't deal a single point of damage to the boss. We just sat here looking pretty. And we got all missions. How cool is that? With a budget team. 4-star TMR only. You can bring anyone other than Olive and Zahn you want. That DPS combo is certainly not important. There's our 5,000 rank XP for sitting there for a few minutes. Yeah, that's the all-mission way to clear a Defiant of Fate with a budget team. See you guys next time.